Hi, welcome back. Well, last time I started by talking on grading, and now I will talk a little bit on the video lecture time and then the basically different type of coursework you need to do for this course. Well, actually, on video lecture time there was not much to talk about, but just I had previously a slide on the in-class lecture time, so I wanted to also put a slide on video lecture time. The basic thing is each of the class ideally has information on the data, theories, and specific issue related to that topic. I try to contain as much as possible all three, although there is 1 week where we will focus on data, and the other week we will focus on the theories, basically. And we might also get some news from the reliable news sources, basically, each in the video lecture times. Let me make this larger. There will be only a final exam in this course. I think mostly, actually, almost always, I was giving two options for taking exam, but people choose either one or the other, and both were in-class exams. So I think right now, since the exam is a take-home exam, there will be less stress, so it's okay to give one exam. Although I might consider to give a makeup exam. I will think about that. For the exam, basically I will upload a list of 20 questions to the course page before the official starting time of the exam. And then you will have 24 hours to choose 2 questions out of 20 and write a 2-3 page essay on it. And you will have all resources available to you. You can make use of those readings you want. And you need to answer those questions. So it will cover everything we have covered in the course, basically. And then you have reports. There will be 6 reports assigned in this course. You only need to do 2 of them. It was 3. I have reduced it to 2 because there is an experimental assignment in this course, which was in this semester for this course, which was not there in the previous semester. So I decided to keep those 2. Well, reports typically, I mean, each time differently, but a kind of activity which is which you need to do for your research. It can research-related activity, but a relatively short activity. It might contain data analysis or literature review. And I will announce the rules and expectations later for each report. And you can do basically according to your, you can choose reports according to your time frame, and you can also, if a particular report is interesting for you, I mean, you can write that report and note that even if the grade of one report is low, at least at the beginning of the semester, it's always possible to replace that grade with the grade of other reports. Now, discussions on what the class. Well, this semester we have a little bit specific situation. In the previous semesters, people had usually different weeks for making presentation. This time, all presentations are on 1 week. In the following week, every student needs to open a discussion related to the topic of him or her. So for the previous weeks, I will open discussions for the first. Actually, I might open a discussion for each topic we cover. Usually, I was opening discussions for the first 6 weeks, but now I will open discussions also for the topics we cover. I will consider maybe not opening discussions for the last two topics. Maybe I will open them. But anyway, the students are expected to write a comment to each topic and respond to two of their peers. Each contribution should be meaningful, contain at least 100 words, original, should not contain any insult to any person or any group or a nation. The comments and responses that meet these requirements will get the full score. So original means actually at least 50% should be your own words, and quotations should also be properly referenced, basically. Actually, at this moment, I have decided not to give you too much assignments. So I will just open discussions for the first 6 weeks, unless you want otherwise. I mean, some of the students want otherwise. And if you want otherwise, if any one of you wants other way, you can inform me, and in that case, I can open more discussions. But I will open discussions for only first 6 weeks, and then you will have discussions opened by yourself, not by myself. Anyway, course project. It is on a practical issue related to the topics covered in the second half of the course, starting with November 23rd. So that should be the 7th week. If it is not 7th week, maybe I should check it, but moment. So it's first week, second week, third week. November 23rd. Moment again. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Yes. It is the sixth week. And you need to write a preliminary literature report and make presentation and write a literature review on the topic you have chosen. So you should write a preliminary report, make a presentation, and write a literature review in the end on the topic you have chosen, basically. 3 basic assignments, but you have actually a few more, but based on these 3 things, basically. A file with the list of suggested topics will be, for each topic covered, will be posted before October 26th, which is, before, not next, but the Monday after the next Monday, so beginning of the 3rd week. You need to choose a topic up to November 8th, and that will be just choosing your topic is and informing me and writing why you did chose that topic is 5% of your project grades. And then you need to send me a preliminary research report. That's before November 15th. That's 10% of your project grade. 2 weeks before the presentation, you need to send me PPT file and make an appointment, which will be Zoom appointment, for the in the same week, for the next week probably, but it can also be in the same week, the appointment. And we need to talk on your presentation, and I will give you feedback on your PowerPoint file. This is something actually that would increase your presentation grade. So then you need to make the presentation, which is 30% of your grade, and open a ODTÜ class discussion. On the presentation, actually, I was considering to make you ask questions in the presentation also, but keeping tracking of who asks questions or what doesn't ask questions might be something difficult, so I decided to step back from that. Although, let me tell this, in the ODTÜ class presentations, if the students ask questions, when they ask good enough questions, and sufficient number of students ask questions, then I don't ask questions. But if no one asked question, then I ask questions to the presenter, because answering questions is part of the presentation experience. And then you need to send me 30 your draft, basically draft of your literature review. That's 10% of the project grade, and then the final form of the presentation, which is 35% of the project grade. Let me make a brief check. Okay, it was brief moment for you, but I have made some changes at the time. The dates were wrong. The literature draft should be sent at January 10th, and the final form should be sent at January 31st. And presentation is 30% of your grade with the discussion. The draft is 10%, and the final form 35%. And draft is also basically your draft will help you. The feedback to the draft will help you to increase your grade from the final version of your paper. There is 15% loss of grade for each late submission per day. So presentations should be 15 minutes long, and they should follow with 10 minutes long period for the discussions. Details of OT class discussions will be announced, basically. How to open your discussions, OT class discussions, that will be announced. Although pretty much it's a general forum, and each person is able to will be able to open a particular discussion in that forum. Not a second one, just one of them, but you will be able to answer the discussions opened by your peers. Presentations will be made through Zoom. Basically, I thought whether to do that or not, but in the end, you also need to do this for the Echo 400 project. So I think the experience will also help you. So in the end, that will be one big meeting, or two maybe big meetings, well, two, maybe three, depending on right now probably we will need 3 meetings if the students number will be same. But I will still think about how many meetings will be necessary on a pre-scheduled day. And everyone needs to attend to all sessions, basically. That's the only time you need to attend a face-to-face meeting with everyone, basically. And in that meeting, you will speak. I won't speak that much, actually. The students will speak more than me in the only face-to-face meeting. And I personally think, actually, that's the meaning of the face-to-face meeting. If we make a synchronous class and I speak, then why do we make synchronous class? You can open anytime my video lecture and hear my voice anytime you want. You can listen to me all the day if you like my voice. So that's why I believe synchronous classes, synchronous meetings are only necessary. There is a reaction. Actually, there is a students are actually part of the. Well, they also speak. They also present something. They interact with each other and the instructor. That's when synchronous classes make sense in my opinion. Anyway, peer review. Well, this is experimental. And basically you need to review the drafts of your peers. Let me talk more about it in the next part of this introduction, since we are very close to the 15 minutes mark. So see you in the next session.